Welcome to Aunt Hetty's home. Today I'm going to take you on a little tour of some projects around my home, some inspiration for you of things that I've made in the past. There'll be some things I've made for Valentine's Day and also for spring coming up towards the end, so I hope you stick around. First, I'm going to start with this cigar box that I got at an antique store. It was actually 50 cents or free. He threw it in with some other things because it was ripped on the back. So I just reinforced the back a little bit, and I used some popsicle sticks, and then I put some Spanish moss inside and some succulents from Dollar Tree, and it turned out really cute. I love the colors of it. So I put it in this little vignette in my living room. Then I wanted to redo this lamp. It was brass on the bottom and it had a really dingy yellow top on it. I think I got it from my mom or for somewhere for free. So I painted the base a cream color, and then I took some red fabric that I had and I covered the lamp shade. And it matches our curtains really well. I'll show you those here in a second. I also made the little candle stand on the left out of some wood tiles and beads. Here's our curtains. You can see all the colors. I just love them. They're from the Pioneer Woman, and I just love all the colors in them. I made this last fall. It's made out of paint stir sticks that I reinforced with popsicle sticks on the back. I put some lacy ribbon towards the bottom, and then glued on a jean pocket and filled it with some flowers. I'll switch these out for some spring flowers here soon, and then it can work for spring or fall. Here is a corner of our office area. It's just a little area between our dining room and our living room. It's just a little corner. And I saw this arrangement, a similar arrangement in a magazine that I wanted to use for this vignette. So I got all of these frames either at Dollar Tree or thrifted, and I painted them the colors that I wanted. And then I went ahead and all of these, except for the music paper, I had the music paper in an old hymnal. All the other prints I got off the internet for free. So there's just so many things you can find to use online, and as long as you're not selling them, you can print them off and use them in your home. So it's a very affordable way to get some cool artwork. And I can switch these out at any time because they were free. You can see I've got the same curtains here in this corner. And then here you'll be able to see a little bit more of the office corner. And it kind of sits behind my couch here like this, and then my dining room is off to the left. On my coffee table in my living room, I've got this tray that I made. It's rope and a nautical rope from the Dollar Tree and a plastic tray, and I just wrapped it around and glued it. And you can see here I've got some ceramic coasters or ceramic tiles that I made into coasters with some Mod Podge pictures on them. And then I also got this print free off the internet, and I put it in this Goodwill frame that I got for $1. I just love that I can switch that out for the holidays and the images, and it all comes together nicely for just a little tray to sit on there. Don't want much because we've got cats that bother things, so this works nicely with this little Dollar General vase and some of these flowers from the Dollar Tree. Next is our laundry room. I made these little shelves out of drawers from a small lingerie cabinet. Here you can see I just took some small items and kind of spruce them up. On the bottom here, I've got this little teacup that I redid. It says spring inside, and I've got a little nest with some little eggs. And here you can see better the inside of it. Just put some Spanish moss in. And I made this a few years back, and I just love it. I used some lace in case I wanted to hang it, but I just keep it in this corner on my shelves here in the laundry room. You can see them here hanging up a little bit better. I put some scrapbook paper in the back of them. This I made for the laundry room also out of a wooden tray, a wicker tray, and I painted the back white, cut out hello on the Cricut, and embellished it with some burlap flowers. Here in a bedroom we had a while back, I made this rag garland, and all you do is tear off the strips and tie it on some jute cord. And then when we moved to this house, I use it now outside on my potting bench that we made. So I just put it across the front there, and it really gave it a little extra something outside, and it still matches and able to be reused. This is a popcorn tin that I repainted to look like a dairy tin, and I just painted it, distressed it, and used a Cricut printout, and that's all I did to this one. I made this tray from 2 Dollar Tree burner covers and 2 candlesticks that I painted, and I just made this little vignette on it with some Spanish moss and various things that I had around the house. Next, we'll get into the Valentine type things that I have around the house. This sign we made from a piece of wood from Goodwill and painted on the letters LVE, and used felt flowers that I made. This one was also some wood that was painted. I put some knobs on there from an old dresser and then hung the letters down from some ribbon. The next thing I made is this Valentine Garland. It's in my craft room right now. You can see I took some cardboard hearts that were cut out. I did some large ones and some small ones. And I just wrapped them with either yarn or twine. The top ones that are bigger are made out of a twine, and the bottom are made out of ribbon. And then I made some little pom-poms to go on the garland along with the hearts. Next, I tried my hand at wood burning. This is the first time I did wood burning, and I made this little trivet, and it turned out pretty good for my first time. I was happy with it. Here are some paper mixed media pieces that I made, just various ones that I used, scrapbooking papers, and various ephemera and little felt pieces and little garlands. This one's got some music on it, and I used paints and inks. This one's got some crochet embellished flowers on it. So you can just make about anything. These work great for Valentine's. You just make them on canvases out of different papers that you have for scrapbooking. And really, like the wood burning I showed you, you can make anything with that for any holiday, but it's something different for a Valentine. Now I'm just going to show you some various things that I've made through the years that I haven't ever posted on my channel before. These are magnets, and I just cut some magnets to go on the back and embellished. These are some more ceramic coasters. I used some paint pens and just decorated them up. Then you can put some felt on the back and group them together in a set and tie some pretty ribbon on them, and it makes a great gift. This I made for our bedroom. I've since sold it, but I painted and paper pieced the girl on, and then I put all of those beads on by hand. And now we'll start into the spring things. We've got this bird that I glued into the corner of a frame that I redid with some sheet music behind it. And then I did lots of different pots last year, and they're going to be great to have on hand this year when we go to do our garden and planting for the porch. These are just some different ideas. I just hope that somebody can find some inspiration from all of these. And with Valentine's coming up and spring coming up right around the corner, I wanted to show you some different ideas. This one here is my favorite. I just used some old paper that had words on it, and then I cut out the little bird on my Cricut. This I just made this little teacup. A little bless this nest with some eggs and Spanish moss, and made the little bird to stick in there. And last but not least, these are some plant identification sticks that I made out of some metal wire and some beads. Thank you so much for coming by today. I appreciate you, and I hope you come back next time. Thanks. Bye.